Hey peeps! The season 6 episodes were leaked, so let's talk about them. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe for more miraculous videos. Episode 1, Climatic Queen. Climate issues have been a recurrent topic in Miraculous, so I'm not at all surprised to see an episode named Climatic Queen. This is a villain, therefore I can't imagine her powers would be to fix global warming, cause why would the heroes even try to beat her at that point? Let her win. My guess is that she will have similar powers to stormy weather, wind, water, and lightning manipulation. Perhaps instead of being a climate activist, she will be a politician arguing against the existence of climate change. This will lead to the public creating a smear campaign against her, ending in a swarm of negative emotions that the villain can use against her. Is this far-fetched? I mean, Thomas Astruc is a heavy in the political scene. This episode could also be Aurora's third akumatization. Who knows? Episode 2, the Illustrator. Anyways, the title is very similar to the season 1 episode Illustrator. However, I think Illustrator is most likely gonna be an akumatized art critic rather than an artist. Someone who is incredibly frustrated with the recent change in artistry. Modern art is becoming more and more soulless and low effort. I mean, a banana taped to a wall just got sold for $6.2 million. So you can imagine this could lead to despair and negative emotions forming in an art enthusiast. Another scenario could be that a classmate of Nathaniel's starts feeling jealous of the constant praise he is getting for his art. Perhaps the student really tried to cultivate their own skills with the pen, yet failed time and time again. Whoa, that rhymed. Yay! Anyways, episode 3, Sublimation. According to sources on Twitter, the clips from the season 6 trailer are actually from the episode Sublimation. However, as stated by Thomas Astruc, the creator of the show, it is misinformation. But the tweet he responded to had 4 statements in it, meaning he could have referenced only a portion of what was said. Therefore, this could still be true, and I think it is. If we look at the definition of sublimation, it does make sense. In psychology, sublimation is a defense mechanism where socially unacceptable impulses or desires are transformed into socially acceptable actions or behaviors. Like, for example, channeling aggressive tendencies into competitive sports. The villain from the trailer is supposedly an athlete's mom, so it lines up, right? The power of sublimation could be to take a person's most emotional impulses and turn them into something useful for the villain. The villain's goal is obviously to defeat Ladybug and Cat Noir after they've been akumatized. Therefore, I think the villain will create slaves by using their aggression against them and giving them a goal to strive for, aka defeating the hero team. Episode 4, Daddy Cop. Well, there's only one person in the show that we know of who is somebody's dad as well as a cop. Sabrina's father, Officer Roger. If it is him, it would be his second akumatization after Roger Cop. Since his next villain form is named Daddy Cop, I imagine the negative emotions stem from the conflicting roles of father and cop. Perhaps his daughter Sabrina got into some trouble at school or was falsely accused of a crime. As a cop, he would need to punish her accordingly. However, his fatherly instincts can't bear the idea of legally punishing his own daughter. This will lead to him transforming into Daddy Cop. For powers, my guess is that they will be a mix of Weredad and Roger Cop's abilities. His duty as Daddy Cop is to make the world safer for his daughter, so maybe he will have the power of rewriting laws and imprisoning anyone who poses a threat to Sabrina. Episode 5, Werepapas. I love that name. A lot of recurring villains this season, huh? Werepapas, similar to Weredad from season 3, is most likely gonna be Weredad plus more dads. My guess is that Tom, as well as the other fathers of the girls in Marinette's class, will come together to protect their daughters from the dangers of heartache, aka boys. As their daughters are growing up, boys are becoming a bigger problem, and they might be experiencing some sort of conflicted sorrow after witnessing their little girls growing up and taking an interest in boys. Therefore, they come together and get akumatized as Werepapas, where their accumulated powers will be similar to Werepapas, where they protect their daughters in a labyrinth of thorny flower stems. This episode could finally be a chance for Adrian and the other guys to shine and show their potential. I'm excited for this one. Sleeping Siren. Ondine, Kim's girlfriend, was akumatized in season 2 as Siren. Therefore, I think Sleeping Siren will be her second akumatization. Ondine is a romantic at heart, and Kim is, well, Kim. My theory is that Ondine will slowly grow more and more disappointed in Kim's lack of romanticity in their relationship. I mean, it is not unlikely for him to misinterpret signs and turn heartfelt moments into a joke. Ondine will eventually become fed up and turn into Sleeping Siren. This supervillain will need to be defeated very differently from others. She will again cover Paris in water, and at the bottom of the ocean there will lay a mermaid princess sleeping softly, waiting for a true prince to kiss her and break the curse. Kinda like Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Siren, Sleeping Beauty. Get it? Episode 7, El Toro de Piedra. El Toro de Piedra, or the Stone Bull in English. It was difficult to predict what this episode involved, so here is my attempt. Ivan, as we know, is now the holder of the Ox Miraculous. And here's where I might be crossing the line, but think of this as a science lesson. Okay, so the difference between an ox and a bull is simply castration. An ox is a male cow who was castrated in adolescence, while a bull is a male cow who got to keep his holy bits. Bulls are actually more aggressive than oxes due to the higher testosterone levels from not being castrated. You see, the ox and the bull are the same species. Perhaps that is common knowledge, but I had no idea. My theory is that this will be the second time a miraculous wearer gets akumatized after Cat Blanc. If I'm wrong about this, then I guess correct me in the comments, but I think there's only been one akumatized miraculous holder. Ivan, while he is in superhero form, Minotaurix, will turn into El Toro de Piedra. It makes perfect sense, right? A bull is the more aggressive version of an ox. And that's why I told you that whole science lesson earlier. The reason for his akumatization might relate to Mylène. Perhaps the lovely couple get into a fight that turns nasty, or Mylène ends up in terrible danger. Something to do with Mylène. That is the best my brain could muster up. Episode 8, Vampigami. I mean, Kagami? Vampigami? Yeah, this is for sure another one of Kagami's akumatizations. How many times has it been now? Repost, Oni-chan, Lies, Ryoko Mori, Repost Prime, and now Vampigami? Poor girl never catches a break. Jesus. I'm certain this is Kagami's 6th akumatization. If I'm wrong, you can have fun in 5 months or so and call me an idiot in the comments. Anyways, the definition of vampire is a corpse that rises at night to drink the blood of the living. So Vampigami could be Kagami's vampire supervillain form. Why would her powers be similar to those of the vampire? Well, considering her current life with a new boyfriend and an evil mother, there are plenty of possibilities on how her emotions could be turned against her. But perhaps the idea of being a sentimonster brings her immense existential dread, turning her into a vampire who doesn't suck blood from humans, but instead their life energy, in the goal of becoming a real human herself. This is indeed a kids show, sadly, so I don't know if they're willing to get that dark, but we can only hope, right? Episode 9, Mr. Agreste. This is one of the most anticipated episodes due to the name Agreste being in the title. If you haven't caught up with season 5's events, the Sentimonster theory was confirmed and Gabriel flew into the sky, aka passed away. My guess for what the episode could involve is as follows. Adrian is the heir of the Agreste brand. And now, with his father's passing, the responsibility mainly lies on him, of course with the help of other professionals and Natalie. Throughout the episode, there will be loads of new information and duties thrown at Adrian, something he will find very overwhelming and not at all be prepared for. As a grieving son, it will tip the boy over the edge, and in turn, transform him into the akumatized villain, Mr. Agreste. But wait, he's Cat Noir. How can Cat Noir get akumatized? As we've seen in the episode Ladybug, akumatized villains give their miraculous to the butterfly villain immediately. Well, it could happen. Adrian might lose his miraculous early on in the season, revealing to Lila/Cerise that Adrian is indeed Cat Noir. Obviously, she needs both miraculouses, Therefore, it isn't the end of the world if she gets the cat. Miraculous. Just very, very inconvenient for our heroes. But that is exactly what they need, right? A setback. Oh, and I guess this would reveal Cat Noir's identity to Ladybug. Unless he comes up with a good excuse like, I found Cat Noir and stole his Miraculous when I was akumatized. But the villain doesn't remember anything afterwards, so who knows. Episode 10, The Dark Castle. The episode I'm personally most excited for is this one, because it sounds so emo. The Dark Castle? Bro. A lot of fans have concluded this to be another Adrian-focused episode. The Dark Castle referencing the Agreste mansion. Who will become akumatized, huh? Adrian again? The house? Gabriel's corpse? Nah. My guess is that this will be an episode where we dive deeper into Adrian lore, which will in turn lead to some secrets being revealed. Either the fact that Marinette lied to him about his father's passing, or that he is a Sentimonster. If Adrian figures out the truth, he will most likely dig deeper and do a little investigation in his house. He will find out how dark of a place the Agreste mansion really was. It will be plot heavy and no one will become akumatized. Only minds will be corrupted with doubt and heavy burdens. That's my theory. But hey, that's just a theory. A miraculous theory. I'll cover the remaining episodes very soon in a future upload, so stay tuned and I'll see you next time. I mean, till next time.